I number closed this chick like 2 weeks ago at a nightclub, right? And then there was a back and forth exchange that was going on the day after. And then I caught myself overthinking about it like way too much. And I was almost like frozen in this state of inaction. It's like, oh, what do I text? Is this the right thing to text? And I was like, what the hell? I wasn't this nervous when I approached her, but for some reason, like my mind or my being or whatever is overthinking this back and forth text exchange. Do you have any tips to mediate that, or any exercises you can recommend to liven up my ability to text back right away?
You gave a lot of information. I want to backtrack a little bit. So let's I pass it back to you. So say it once again.
All right. So about 2 weeks ago, I number closed a chick at a nightclub. And then the day after, we were texting back and forth. And during the back and forth text exchange, I caught myself overthinking too much, right? Like,
when did the overthinking start?
When I was writing the text. Is this the right thing to?
Are you sure? What was there before that?
What was there before that? I guess before
when you number closed her.
Yeah.
Yeah. Was it like wind and the tree?
Wind, then the tree.
See, if wind is blowing, wind doesn't go like, oh, there's that tree over there. Wind doesn't go, oh no, that tree is not moving. Oh, yeah. Let me go for that tree because it's smaller, it's easier. And the tree doesn't go, oh no, here's the wind. There is just the experience of it.
Yeah.
So to bring the benefits of a broader spirituality from the get-go, you detect first and then drop sooner any tendency to want to qualify and assess what's happening. And you become even more natural by going through the motion without an explanation. Because you detect it later. I can tell it's there sooner. It's there from even before. And why is it there? Because there are residues of fear. And they start to pollute. And eventually they feel it. See, the universe does not come from fear. It does not know that. The universe doesn't fear like, ooh, it's supposed to rain tomorrow. I hope it's not going to go wrong. It is.
Okay.
So infuse that mindset from the get-go, detect it, and refrain from at any point thinking that anything is going against you.
Okay.
When it rains in nature, why does it rain?
Because water is absorbed by the clouds, and then precipitation occurs.
Yeah, and
then it gets to water the life vegetation, trees, grass.
So imagine along the process that you described very well, better than me. I couldn't have described it that well. Okay. Imagine at some point the universe stops and goes, oh no, oh no, oh no. It knows that it's leading somewhere. And it doesn't see sunshine as greater than rain. They're just different modes, cause and effect. So you got to, it's a form, in a way, it's being a little more patient. Here's the experimentation, okay? From the get-go, you got to set aside any investment to, oh, I'm going out because I want to get a girl. Set that aside. And you go, I'm going to follow a flow. And at no point, no matter where the flow goes and leads me, I'm going to decide I'm just going to further that flow and stay with it and ride it no matter where it goes. And maybe the flow, just like in nature, a flower starts with a void. We need space. You cannot push a seed on something that's solid. So there needs to be a little space for it to be planted. Then there's the dirt, all sorts of little creatures. Then often we put fertilizer on it, and then it rains, and then this, and then that. So the process is very non-linear. We don't stop and go, no, something's going wrong. There's worms around it. No, something's going wrong. It's raining. No, wait, it's supposed to be a flower and you're putting crap on it. Wrong, stop it. We just witness the flow till full blossom. And then the recycling goes further, because as the petals eventually fade and fall, then they serve the dirt. So in nature, all is recycled. Now, initially, you may think that it's supposed to be, there's that girl, I get her number, I text her, I feel good about it, and it goes somewhere. Now, for you to be where you want to be to do that, and where you need to be to do that, the process is a different flow. You get hopeful, it doesn't quite happen. You get doubtful, that doubt stirs you, you get a little fed up, and now you listen a little more attentively, or you give in just a little bit more, which in itself takes you further than if, let's say, girl number one had given you the number. See, right now, everybody could be the guy that married their high school sweetheart. And if you're not too far from high school, it may still be pretty happy and fun. But if, let's say, Richard, you had married your high school sweetheart right now, what kind of wedding anniversary would you have? What would it be? How many years? How many times would you have had meals next to each other? It may still be beautiful, but would you tonight go, oh, I got to be on this live stream? Maybe because you would be fed up and you would want something else. So trust the process, trust the flow. It's a form of meditation in action. Same thing with money, cash, you name it, career. Again, at the core, the Course in Miracles had explained, we come from one of two places, faith or fear. They're just words. For some, you hear faith and you think automatically religion, church. So refine. But it's either coming from a place of positive expectation or negative expectation. And the moment you come from negative expectation, that agitation causes you to doubt too often, too much, too soon, to carry doubt in it, and too frequently. And it perpetuates itself. And now when you detect that it perpetuated itself, you think that's where the crisis and the challenge was. When in fact, if you just can put it out there without having to put the brakes. Trust it more, take it further. That's, again, like in the spiritual realm. The Buddhists would always say we have four selves: spiritual, mental, emotional, and physical. I think that we're so involved with the world and the world with us that we should add practical also. So there's the practical self. It's like a 5-point star, and each one of them impacts the others. So at the spiritual, since we're talking about that, again, encourage you to come back to, if the universe was doing that pickup right now, what concerns would not be there? And from that place of non-concern, you operate more freely, and automatically in pickup it goes further. Because fear generates fear.
So is the practice of eradicating fear, does it come from awareness, or is there like a step-by-step process to come to terms with it?
We need to dig a little deeper there, just a touch. Because speaking of fear, it can create a lot of deviations. And then deviations lead to explanations. And explanations, unless they're right on, aligned with the truth, they lead to further deviation. And then the difference is insane. We're aiming to go north and we're way south, or vice versa. So watch the explanation right there. Eradicate, I don't know if that's the word. That's a powerful word. The starting point should be the letting go of sorting things. That's good, that's bad. I want this, I don't want that. At that level. At the restaurant, yeah, go, oh no, that food is bad. Oh, I want another cup of water. I don't want this. Any choice at the material level, yeah, you're entitled to take what you like and not what you don't like. So it's important to know good, bad, I like, I don't. You should never be dependent on those things. But at the level of what happens and is there within your being, spiritually, mentally, emotionally, to refrain from assessing that it should not be there initially and that it's bad, gives you more freedom to work with it, play with it, and let it flow. So what is it that's even bigger than fear? And it could be many things, it's not just one answer. But what is it that's bigger than fear? And when that's present, what happens to fear? Yeah. So one way to eradicate, to use your own words, is to focus on what takes care of it. How do we eradicate darkness? By turning on the light. And then to learn how to recognize things in a new way. For example, tonight's streaming. It's in the making. It's a process. It's leading somewhere, tapping into deeper, higher matters, coming to assistance to more, different angle than just, okay, here's eye opener and so on, which is beautiful. Now, there is a certain energy that I've experienced through it on my side that would almost feel like an apple that's not fully ripe. But if I start to resist that, I miss out on something greater in the making. So creation, since we're talking about the force and source of creation, does not make any omissions. Creation does not make any omission. Like in improvisation, the secret rule is yes. Whatever happens, yes, I flow with it, I go with it, I am with it. So if you want to create for yourself a better life, let everything that's there be part of your creation and work for you. You can do so many things. You can imagine you grab your fear and you put it behind you. And now your fear is behind you to propel you forward, to move forward more ferociously.